does it feel like?
Cosmic.
It's the origin story of Kamala Khan, a 16-year-old Pakistani-American living in New Jersey and Marvel's newest superhero. The 6-part series, now streaming on Disney Plus, follows Khan, a Marvel Comics-obsessed teen and superfan of Captain Marvel, who suddenly finds herself thrust into the superhero ranks when an ancient family heirloom grants Khan her own superpowers.
I'm a superhero.
But Ms. Marvel brings something new to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU as it's known. The series is based on Marvel's first Muslim lead character and weaves Kamala Khan's culture throughout, with Pakistani music, food, and dialogue in Urdu. I spoke with one of the directors of the show, Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, on representing both hero and heritage in Ms. Marvel.
If you had told me that this story would be told 20 years ago, when I was growing up, I would have laughed at it. But my daughters are going to have a superhero that looks like them, that argues about curfew just the way they do, or that argue about what they should be wearing. What Ms. Marvel does is it takes audiences into our world, lets them into our secret, that we have this beautiful, colorful, incredible culture.
Pakistani-Canadian Obaid Chinoy burst onto the world stage in 2012, winning an Oscar for her documentary Saving Face on acid attacks against women in Pakistan. She won again in 2016 for A Girl in the River, about honor killings.
How does a director go from Academy Award-winning documentaries to a live-action superhero teen series? What is it that drew you to this project?
Amna, I've always sort of filmed men and women around the world who are extraordinary, who are creating change in their communities, working on climate change or health or education. They are superheroes. And so when Ms. Marvel came around, I thought about what she would mean to millions of people around the world who would see a reflection of themselves in her. And I knew immediately that she was in the same vein as the kind of projects that I've always been doing.
The heart and face of the show, Pakistani-Canadian actress Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan.
I really hope that the show can do for other people what the comics did for me.
Iman Vellani is actually Kamala Khan because she is a Pakistani Canadian who grew up as a first-generation immigrant. And, you know, she is just this incredible actress. And she sort of just eased into that role.
Oh, my God.
In the filming of the series, Iman connected with her own culture.
In the final 2 episodes of the series, Khan finds herself in Karachi, Pakistan, Obaid Chinoy's hometown.
You know, we often see Pakistan in Hollywood through this yellow filter. It's like the entire country is jaundice. In my episode, she goes on this chase through the streets of Karachi where you have trucks and buses and things happening. In the chaos of her chase is the beauty of Pakistan that I wanted to bring onto screen.
About the bangles.
That bangle belonged to my mother, Aisha.
The one who disappeared during partition, my great-grandmother, Aisha.
There is a history lesson embedded in the magic. Khan finds herself time-traveling to 1947 partition, the division of India and Pakistan that led to one of the largest and deadliest mass migrations in world history.
Tell me why you decided to go into that in the detail you did.
It isn't something that people talk about very much, and it's definitely never visualized in Hollywood. You know, I didn't want to sanitize the history, that moment. It might be part of a superhero story, but these kinds of stories are very real. Many families lost each other in the move. Many people were killed in the move. And so that had to be kept alive. The ethos of 1947 had to be kept alive.
Today, Kamala Khan is breaking ground and taking up space in a world that's long sidelined and silenced voices like hers. A report last year from the University of Southern California's Annenberg Inclusion Initiative looked at the 200 top films between 2017 and 2019. 90.5% didn't feature any Muslims in speaking roles. Among those that had any Muslim characters, less than a quarter were women. The representation on screen, Obaid Chinoy says, is rooted in the team off camera, like executive producer Sana Amanat, lead writer Bisha K. Ali, and their teams.
I remember walking on set and thinking that what I am experiencing is truly historic, where not only is there representation of people from around the world who are helping to tell the Kamala Khan story, but there is also representation in terms of the number of women who are in decision-making seats. In the Miss Marvel story, you can see it on screen, that it has been told with a lot of love, with a lot of authenticity.
And that story is resonating. Miss Marvel now boasts a 98% score on Rotten Tomatoes, the highest-rated Disney Plus original series ever, and the highest-rated Marvel series in history. Though critical acclaim is high, some audiences are just now catching up.
There were some early reports that viewership, at least initial viewership, lagged some of these other big series launches. And I wonder why you think that is.
We're used to seeing superheroes who are white and who are men. We're not used to seeing brown, women, immigrant superheroes. And I think that audiences were slow to accept it. I think the idea of Miss Marvel doesn't sit well with a lot of people. But I will also say that it is changing because as more and more people watch it and word spreads, even if it's out of curiosity, the naysayers are watching it. And there are elements of it that are resonating with them. Because at the heart of it all, it is the story of one family and their struggles and their love and their celebrations. Change comes slowly, it never comes easily.
Kamala Khan has now firmly found her place in the superhero world. Audiences will see her next in the feature film The Marvels, coming in 2023. For The